In this video, I'll show you exactly how to create faceless YouTube videos only using Claude Code. This channel got over 130 million views and is making over $10,000 per month without ever showing their face. And I'm about to show you exactly how to use Claude Code to replicate their videos. And since YouTube is paying an average RPM of $3, they've probably made around $300,000. So in this video, I'll show you everything from installing Claude Code to creating your first video with it. So the first thing you want to do is open up Claude Code, and for this to work, you are going to need to get a subscription, which is $20 per month. I've been using ChatGPT for the past 3 years, but I actually just canceled my subscription last week because Claude literally outperformed it in every aspect in my opinion. So once you have your Claude account ready, the first thing you need to do is to install Claude Code on your computer. This part is a little bit technical, so make sure to follow me step by step so you don't miss anything. Start by opening your browser and search for Visual Code. This is an open source code editor you're gonna need to be able to run Claude inside your computer. Then you want to click on Download here in the top right corner. It'll then download Visual Code to your computer, so just open this file up once it's ready. Next, you're gonna need to download something called Node.js. So just open up a new tab in your browser and search for Node.js and click on this big button to download it. I'm doing this on a Mac, so I'll click on Mac OS installer, which will download the software to your computer. Now, open it up once it's downloaded and finish the setup process. Now, we only have one more thing to install before we can get started, so just open up a new tab in your browser and search for Git. The downloading process looks a bit different depending if you're on a Mac or a Windows. Since I'm doing this on a Mac, I'll click on Mac OS and install it. If you're doing this on Mac, you're gonna need to complete a couple of steps to finish the setup, so I'll leave a tutorial I used for this in the description so you can follow the exact steps. And that's it. Now you've installed everything you need to get started creating motion graphics on Claude Code. The first step from here is to open up Visual Code, which is the first application you downloaded. This is where we're going to use Claude Code and create the videos. When you first open it up, you'll have to complete this onboarding process, and here you can just click on Mark Done. Now we can get into the real sauce and actually install Claude Code. To do this, go to the right and click on Extensions. Now in this search bar, you want to type in Claude Code and install this first one named Claude for Visual Code. Then click on Trust Publisher and Install, and again, Mark Done to finish the onboarding process. To actually use it, you need to connect your Claude account. To do this, you want to place your mouse next to these tabs, right-click and select New Text File. You'll then see this bar to the right. Here, you want to click on Claude.ai subscription, which will open up your browser and take you to this page where you authorize your Claude account. Just click on Authorize and you're all set to run Claude Code on your computer. And if you go back to Visual Code, you'll now see this chat box where you can instruct Claude Code to do basically anything you want, like creating websites, apps, and most importantly, videos. But to be able to generate videos, you're gonna need to install something called Remotion Skill, which is basically the tool that make it possible to create videos inside of Claude Code. To do this, you wanna go to the top, click on Terminal, and then on New Terminal. You'll then see this terminal popping up in the bottom, and this is where you're gonna need to enter a few lines of code. So just copy me word for word. Start by writing the following thing: npx skills add remotion-dev/skills. I will enter this exact line of code I'm using in the description, so you can easily pick it up for yourself. Now, hit enter, and it'll ask you if it has permission to proceed, so just hit enter again, and it'll start the installation. Now, you'll have to make a choice between two settings, project or global. Project basically means that you're only installing Remotion for this one project, and global means that you're installing it to all of your projects. I'll choose global, but you can choose whatever one you like. Now, hit enter again, and you'll see this line that confirms Remotion has been installed to your computer. You've now installed everything you need to be able to start creating videos with Claude Code. And honestly, everything from here is super easy. The hardest part is setting up all the applications. To actually start creating videos, you're gonna want to use the chat feature here to the right. This is where you're going to enter prompts describing the videos you want to create. So let's start with something simple. Just a simple graph going upwards with a number going from 0 to 93% next to it. To create an animation like this, I'm going to enter a prompt saying something like, use the Remotion skill to generate a video where a chart rises up, and next to the chart there is a number that goes from 0% to 93% with a glowy effect and a smooth animation. To create the animation, all you gotta do is click on this orange button in the bottom right corner. Once you generate it, Claude Code will ask you for permission to complete every step, and I recommend you click Yes, allow for project every time a box like this pops up. They will come up multiple times the first time you do it, so just continue clicking yes on each one of them. And after a few minutes, it'll have generated this super cool looking motion graphic doing the exact thing we asked for. First, we have the upward moving graph to the left and a glowing animated number going from 0 to 93% to the right. This video looks good, but we can't post a 8-second clip on YouTube expecting it to go viral. If you take a look at the channel I showed you earlier, they are posting these ranking videos. For example, most followed Instagram accounts from each country, games from different countries, and how long humans can survive on each planet. They're doing two things you're gonna need to replicate. To begin with, they're posting longer videos that are a couple of minutes long. The second thing is that they're creating videos about actually interesting topics. So, let me show you exactly how to create videos like this, only using a single prompt. The first thing you want to do is come up with a viral topic. I decided to go with a video showing the richest people in the world. However, this time we cannot write a 2-sentence long prompt expecting it to create a viral video. To do this, we need to give it a lot more data to work with. The best way I've found is by using Claude to generate the prompt that we will then generate in Claude Code. I used this exact method to create this 1-minute long animation showing a graph with the richest people each year from 2015 to 2025 that literally looks like it was designed by a professional motion graphic designer. The first thing you want to do is copy the link to a video that has a similar animation style to the one you want to create. So I just copied the link to one of this channel's videos and entered a prompt in Claude saying, I want to create a motion graphic similar to this video of the richest people on Earth. I will be using Claude Code to generate this motion graphic, and I need your help generating an in-depth prompt that will instruct Claude Code to generate this motion graphic. Claude will then ask you a few questions and give you an in-depth prompt with instructions for Claude Code on how to generate the video. Now copy this entire prompt, go back to Visual Code, paste it into this box and generate it. Since this video will be a lot longer, it's gonna take a few minutes to generate it, but once it's done, it'll create a video that looks something like this. As you can see, the bars and the names are accurately changing with each year in the exact same way as it does in the videos that are bringing in millions of views and thousands of dollars in revenue. And you can play around with this and create videos about literally whatever topic you want. However, before uploading this video, there's one thing you need to know about. A mistake a lot of people make when starting a new channel is creating a brand new account and uploading the video right away. It might not sound like a problem, but here's the thing. Every day, around 16,000 new channels are created, and YouTube is consistently searching through these channels for bot and spam accounts. And when creating a new Google account, then a new channel, and on top of that uploading a video, there's a big chance YouTube mistakes you for a bot, leading to your channel getting shadow banned and your videos tanking in views. But there's actually a pretty simple solution to this. The best case scenario is that you have an old channel you created multiple years ago and use that one as your channel. However, I know that's not the case for most people, but there's still a way around this problem, which is to get an aged YouTube channel. These are channels created over a decade ago that have a watch time record and are trusted by the YouTube algorithm. I ran out of old channels years ago, so I'm usually getting mine from this website right here, so I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. And that's exactly how to start a viral faceless YouTube channel with Claude Code. Let me know in the comments what channel you're going to start using Claude Code, and if you want to see more videos on this topic. Anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMMShiba and SMMDodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.